So we all understand that the time that the photos and stuff are run in the newspapers aren't necessarily the time that they were taken, um, like video and stuff like that could be used on one day and have been taken 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before, a month before, but they don't have the photos dated and stuff like that. So when the February Valentine's Day incident occurred, it wasn't really an incident. It's just the fact that what was trying to be portrayed, I responded to that, even though it was not true. They put a picture of my sweetheart and the FNL whore together and try to make it look like they were together on Valentine's Day. Now, first of all, if you're running a picture on the day of Valentine's Day, you know that you took it sometime before. So they try to front and make it seem like it was that. Now my sweetheart doesn't respond to those things in the paper and stuff like that. He just lets it slide. He has never really responded to those things. Actually, he never really responded. The only time he's made any kind of response is if I have asked him, certain things, asked him to do certain things, and he'll say something. But otherwise, he doesn't respond to I'm with this person, I'm with that person, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. He doesn't do that. But I have had to respond because there's someone out there trying to pretend like she's with him. And the Valentine's Day photo was a fake because it wasn't Valentine's Day, and it wasn't because he was it wasn't a Valentine's Day photo. I don't even want to get into all the specifics. It was as I thought it was, and he it's just that it's nobody's business, but the only business that there is to know is that he was not with her on Valentine's Day the way it was supposed to be portrayed. And so I just think that people need to stop what they're trying to do, I guess, is give this little thing a career because she can't act and whatever. She's been dumped around Hollywood. John Mayer dumped her, and supposedly she's back with him because they were seen in LA now. Because the photo of her, with my sweetheart. Now he hangs out with a lot of people. He hangs out, if there are functions and things going on. He's around different people, and I have never specified, this person versus that person. The only thing I don't like when people try to pretend and front and use him and whatever. That's when I start speaking up. But otherwise, he's around a lot of people. I couldn't care less. What I care about is why are you pretending like you're with him to try to get a spark in your career. Just your homeboy or whatever, like associate or whatever. Don't make it seem like you're together. He's mine. Let's make sure we know that. All the things like they ran in the paper, we can see now with the press. I mean, the press. I'm glad I allowed them to be foolish. They ran story after story after story after story, and they all turn out to be bogus. And they don't even try to check it. It's like they're doing it purposely just to sell magazines, and it's not fair to my Derek. It's not fair to him, and it's not fair for him to be linked with such trash. You can. I consider the person trashy, but my thing is that I'm not saying you can or cannot hang out with somebody or be around somebody. That's like, you know, that's that, you know, that's not the issue. The issue is not that because there's no threat or anything like that. Not on that level. So my thing is, there never can be any threat on that level. It's me and Derek, and that's just what it is. And so for them to try to make this whole scenario, even though I responded and I responded, against the photo, that doesn't mean I believe the photo. That doesn't mean I believe the date on it. And for when I saw the actual video with him saying, he's always to camp early, I know that. I didn't doubt that. That wasn't the issue, and that's not what I was responding to. That's why when I say for them not to interpret my actions, my responses, what I'm saying, they don't understand where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from a perspective of jealousy. I don't understand jealousy. Like, somebody's trying to step in there. You can't have what's mine. So we're not fighting over that. The issue that we're having is that you're lying and telling a story that's not accurate. And so you're telling that story about the person that belongs to me, that I belong to. You know, I don't control him. Is he's a man. a grown man, and he's the head. I am not running him, but I will speak up and speak out for him. I'm not going to try to I'm not going to be the one to try to tell him what to do and stuff like that. That's not the role that I play. But I will fight on his behalf and let people know that you can't do certain things, to him and try to take advantage. But this person, she's like trying to make it seem like he was there for Valentine's Day. He wasn't. And, he's doing the same thing. He even confirmed he's always in training early. And what they're trying to do when I respond, they're trying to make it seem like, oh, I don't believe him, or oh, I think he's doing something. No, he was not with her on Valentine's Day. I don't even, I don't even, it's not an issue. The only issue is that don't try to make people believe that you have a relationship with my sweetheart that you don't, because I won't let that fly. I mean, that's the point. Like, let's let's cut to the chase. Stop lying. November 2010, she said she was getting married. You didn't get married. That was you that made that story get into the press. You didn't get married. You didn't get engaged, but Vanessa Manillo got engaged. Nick Lachey, I mean, yeah, to Nick Lachey. And the other Nick Swisher, got married to Joanna Garcia, who is a true star. She can act. She was on the show Reba. I actually watched that. See, there's some people like Leighton Meester is pretty good. I liked her before I saw her show, and then I saw her show, and her acting confirmed that she's good. There's a couple of people, but well, Leighton Meester has nothing to do with Derek. But I mean, as far as like acting ability, this person, Minka Kelly, she doesn't have any talent. So her thing is to be seen with famous people and people who do have talent, so she can be known. And that's why she was around Leighton Meester. That's why she hangs around Derek. That's why she was dating John Mayer and is dating him again. That was confirmed for January 2011. And so it's just disturbing that she feels the need to do this, and the press kind of helps her out. Like, there are times and dates for these photos. It's not the time they're saying. He's not with her on Valentine's Day because he doesn't see her that way. I mean, he might see her as someone who needs help because they can't make it in Hollywood and they might need a boost or something like that. But he doesn't see her romantically because he's with me. But even if he wasn't with me, he wouldn't see her romantically like that. She's just not for him. But I am that one, and so that's the only thing. I don't have an issue with people. I have an issue with what they do. The person I could care less about. Like, but when you do certain things, you cross boundaries that I set. I'm gonna come after you like it's you did something wrong, so I'm gonna go on the net and let people know what you are. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm coming after her via the video to let people know she's a liar. You need to stop fronting like you're with my Derek. You are not with him. Get over him. Find a way to get something going, like as far as your career is concerned. But no, you can't use him. Because guess what? You still can't act. When it all boils down, your acting is going to be put to the test, and people are going to be looking like, that it's making him look bad because, okay, she stands next to him in a picture. She acts like she's with him, right? Even though he's not. He's with me. But fine, she acts like she's with him. That's, stupid. I don't play those Hollywood games. But she acts like she's with him. She gets a role, right? She gets a role, and then she bombs terribly. She don't know how to act. She can't do it, and then it makes him look stupid. He doesn't put his, he's up there next to her, and she's getting a role, and then she can't even handle it when she gets it. It's like, for instance, if I there's somebody that I'm around, we hang out or whatever like that, and they get something because they're with me. Okay, fine. I'm not saying it's okay, but if somebody saw you and they thought you could do something, and they said, hey, maybe let's see what they can do, let's give them an opportunity. If you don't have the ability and they give you the opportunity, and it's like that's messed up because okay, the first time if they see you don't have the ability, then okay, we're not going to do this again. But if you keep stepping next to me and stepping next to me and trying to get photographs so you can get opportunity, and you keep blowing the opportunity, you really trying to make me look bad. That's what she's doing to him, like as a acquaintance or like that. He being seen with him and trying to make it seem like they're together, and then when you get opportunities, you blow it. You don't know how to act. You can't do anything. In that field, go find the field that's for you. It's probably not in Hollywood. It's probably not in front of the camera or any of that. She doesn't have that star quality. The only star quality she has is if John Mayer is standing next to her, if Leighton Meester is standing next to her, if Derek Jeter is standing next to her. If somebody is next to her that has some kind of star quality, that's when she doesn't get noticed, but whatever is around them gets noticed because she's with a person who is successful. She's around them. So she's not his girlfriend or anything. All she is a hanger on. She's taking the fact of making him feel sorry for her, like she can't do nothing and she can't take care of herself in the industry. She won't get no job and stuff like that unless he's around. So you're trying to get pictures of yourself hanging out, and then you let the story run that you're dating. No, tell him you're not dating. He's the homeboy. He's your acquaintance. Tell it like that. That's my only issue. And for this person to keep doing the same thing, I think it's wrong and it's abusive. So I am going to speak out, and I'm not going to speak out nicely, because the truth is she's not with him. It's not any of that at all. So all the things that she's getting because she's being pictured with him, with Leighton Meester and everybody, all the people she's using. It doesn't matter, boy or girl. She just wants to be noticed. So it doesn't matter to her if it's a boy, if it's a girl. She wants somebody that's in the limelight so then she can try to get under the limelight. The only problem is that unless they're standing next to her, she fades into the background. And not even into the background, she gets dumped out. She doesn't have the star quality. Stop fronting trying to use my man. And it's evident when people see them, they know. Like me as his woman, women would ban a man and say, look, you can't be around her. That's never come out of my mouth. My only thing is that I want it to be clear that this person is not with my honey. But I have made no ban. I have never said you can't be around because there's no threat. There is no threat. When I look, I don't even see any kind of attraction or anything like that. So it's like, but the only thing is, don't make don't have it out in the public to try to say that you're dating. Just we're acquaintances, we're homies, whatever. But don't make it like you're dating. Come on. I haven't banned anybody. I don't rock like that. I don't have to. I don't have to tell my man you can't be around somebody. What for? There is no threat. There's no threat. My thing is that don't make up stories. So that's the disrespectful part, making up the stories. But I haven't banned anyone. I haven't banned anyone, and I don't want that to be the situation. Like because we grown. He knows how to handle himself. I know how to handle myself. So my thing is that I know he's not trying to get with anybody else, and I'm not trying to get with anybody else. So I just want this person to respect that and not be nasty like that, because eventually it's going to get to a point where, hey, you're going to have to be cut out and shut out. But anyway, this was a great time of telling the truth, Derek Jeter, he's not with Minka Kelly, he's with Sharon Leslie Jeter. Now.